were you guys able to do to come back and win this thing?
All right, well, at first we started slow. We started real slow. And, you know, that's all right. That's okay, because sometimes in life you're going to start slow. That's okay. We told ourselves, hey, we're going to start slow. We're going to keep going fast. We're going to start slow, but we're always going to finish fast. No matter what the score was, we're going to finish hard. We're going to finish fast. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 squad? Welcome back into another video. My voice is losing. I'm losing it, but I'm gonna try to get through the best I can. I usually try to post my stream. I'll cut it up from Bleacher Report, and then I'll use it as a recap for the video. But I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. It was very blurry. I apologize for Bleacher Report. I don't know if it's something on their end or my end. I don't know. That being said, the Giants pull off this insane win, something that we never thought would happen. Not because we didn't think the Giants were capable. It's more like because this wasn't the team we're supposed to come back from. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an amazing comeback. Don't get me wrong. 31 points in the second half, down 20-0 at half. But this was not the team we're supposed to be down 20-0 on. Now, I was getting really worried as far as the future of the Giants season, and I'm still not sold on it yet because the Cardinals are just not supposed to be good. But the Giants really went as far as 6 quarters scoreless, and the point differential being 60-0 before they score their first points in the NFL. That is very concerning to me. Now, we are going to talk about the joys in life, right? We're going to talk about the Giants win. We're going to talk about the second half, but you can't talk about the second half without talking about the first. And it was putrid. It was garbage. It was probably the worst football you've ever seen. It was bad. Okay, Daniel Jones was missing guys left and right. Some guys weren't able to hold on to the ball. Darren Waller had a couple of balls go right through his hands. Well, he just couldn't come down with. We weren't able to run the ball. The offensive line was garbage. Now, it didn't do us any favors in the second half, but we'll get into that. And the defense was letting everybody through. I mean, James Conner, it was funny. We talked about it when we were streaming the game with Kush. I mean, James Conner was literally Nick Chubb, and Josh Dobbs was literally Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's how they were playing. That is up to the level that they were playing on in the first half against the Giants defense. Nobody was able to stop anything. We had players being subbed out on and off. You had Leo and Dexter Lawrence, most notably, constantly off. There was 3 straight touchdowns. The 3 first touchdowns that the Cardinals got were on plays where Dexter Lawrence and Leo were not on the field. And I do not find that a coincidence whatsoever. I don't know why that's the case. I don't know if they're doing load management mid-game. That is weird to me. I don't know if they're battling some injuries. I have no idea. But that should not happen again, especially against the 49ers, who we face in a couple of days from now on a short week, Thursday Night Football. And listen, man, the first half was garbage, right? I was beginning to have my doubts already of Brian Daboll. How on earth does the former coach of the year allow 60 straight points without getting a score, and you're an offensive head coach? Type of things were running through my mind. Is this going to be another 2 years and done from a head coach that we've seen constantly time and time again from Giants head coaches since Tom Coughlin? And Mike Kafka, is he the problem? Because it seems like in the second half, Brian Daboll took over play calling duties. That's what it looked like to me. The play calling was different. Things changed. And on top of that, Brian Daboll had that sheet in his hand. I don't know if he had that throughout the game. Wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if he had that throughout the game, but he was talking, reading off that sheet. And when they would pan up to Mike Kafka in the booth, he was not talking, not looking at a sheet. He was just sitting there watching when it came to the second half. So that looked to me that Brian Daboll took over. And in my honest opinion, I think Brian Daboll should remain the play caller. We shouldn't get cute and be like, hey, I want to relinquish this duty to Mike Kafka, give him some responsibility. If we are better off with Brian Daboll coaching the entire football team along with play calling, then let it happen. Bruce Arians does it all the time. A lot of coaches do it all, especially the extremely smart offensive head coaches that make their money. Andy Reid does it, I believe. And shout out to Daniel Jones, man. I was ragging on him all game. You guys know, man, the Daniel Jones haters hate me, and the Daniel Jones lovers still hate me. I pissed both sides off because I'm pretty much level-headed on this whole Daniel Jones things. I really don't overthink it as much. Maybe I'm a little too generous to him at times, and maybe I'm a little too hard on him at times. But I was definitely laying into Daniel Jones in this game, and he shut me up real quick. Finished with 321 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, unfortunately, off the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a pick is a pick, but I don't really blame him on that. Just like I don't really blame the pick on him that he threw to Saquon Barkley last game. Barkley has to hang on to that. He's got to make that catch, but Barkley did put in work today, and I am proud of him. Unfortunately, he does have a rolled up ankle. Probably not going to play in this Thursday night game, which sucks, man, because we need all the help we can get, especially with the offensive line being as shaky as it is. Probably not getting any better on Thursday. All the wide receivers put in work. I'm including Darren Waller in this, obviously, as well. Jalen Hyatt, man, this is what I want to see out of the offense. A lot of yardage and less receptions. That's going to cause a lot of yards per reception. Look at these averages from the top 3 guys here. We got Jalen Hyatt, who wasn't even on the field a lot at all. We barely saw him. He had that crazy post route to start the third quarter and the second half, and then had that Moss on the other rookie that wears 13, Clark, on the Arizona Cardinals, had 44 yards per reception. Let me see if I can control 44 yards per reception on 89 yards, no touchdowns. Darren Waller, he struggled in the beginning. It didn't look like he was able to hold on to the ball in the beginning, but finished off with 6 receptions, 76 yards. Slayton was great as well. 3 catches, 62, had 20.7 yards per reception. Look at these top 3 guys. Great yards per average, especially with Darren Waller being a technical tight end. 12.7 is just perfect for a tight end. Isaiah Hodgins was very consistent, 4 for 40. Saquon Barkley did what he did, and that touchdown was insane. To catch that, turn the corner, and get right to the pylon. Very good. Paris Campbell was good when he was needed. And I'm happy that everybody made plays. All these wide receivers absolutely made plays, and I'm very proud of the receiving core. The defense was great. Jason Pinnock was all over the place, as you can see from the safety position. 13 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss. All of them were crucial. He almost had an interception. Bobby Okereke really messed that up, but it probably wouldn't have been an interception had it not been a penalty. So that's why I'm not really bummed out about it as much, because it wouldn't have happened had the play been clean. In my honest opinion, it looked like that ball was going to get there just in time. But look at the total team box score. By the way, the Bleacher Report box score is way better organized and appealing than the ESPN one. But time of possession, Arizona still had time of possession just by a tad bit more. Total yardage, we extremely picked that up. We had Josh Dobbs looking like Patrick Mahomes, and your boy, what's his name, James Conner, looking like Nick Chubb out there. That's what we were saying on stream earlier. 127 rushing yards, that's great. 100 against 151. We really picked it up towards the end. Daniel Jones really used his legs in the second half. But yeah, 1 turnover, we had 3 sacks against us. We didn't sack the quarterback at all. That's the problem, man. The pass rush is a big problem. We're not able to get any sort of rush. Josh Dobbs was very comfortable back there, had a lot of time to throw. No sacks, obviously. Look what happens when you give an average quarterback like Josh Dobbs times to throw. They are going to make plays eventually. And we got to get Kayvon. I don't know what the hell is going on with Kayvon. He's asleep right now. He's not the closer. Dexter Lawrence wasn't doing too much in this game as well. Unfortunately, we were missing Azeez Ojulari, so that's already a negative. And none of the depth defensive linemen did anything as well. And I don't understand why we keep keeping out Dexter Lawrence and Leo. We have DJ Davidson, Nacho out there. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Got to get hype, man. We got to get ready for next week. 31 points in the second half. That is exactly what I want from this offense. That's exactly what this offense is capable of. When you talk about Daniel Jones and how he doesn't have help with the offensive line, nobody can give that excuse now because the man literally did it in one half and scored 31 points in one half. There is no excuse of offensive line anymore. Now, going into Brian Daboll calling plays now, it really seems like he did start calling plays. And if you look in the second half, they started calling plays, whoever it was, starting calling plays that didn't allow the offensive line to get in the way of moving the ball downfield. You had a lot of rollouts. You had a lot of times where Daniel Jones escaped the pocket. You had a lot of quick throws. You didn't allow the offensive line to mess things up. Now, of course, you had your occasional holding calls. You had your occasional false starts. We had a lot of that throughout the entire game. But, however, if your weakness is offensive line, you don't just hang your head and say, well, we can't do anything. We don't have a great offensive line. You have to work your way around it, and the Giants did that in the second half. Shouts out to the defense. They were able to hold up in the second half, but nobody really jumped out the screen. Jason Pinnock was good, but nobody really jumped off the screen to me defensively. They just did their job. That's all they had to do in the second half. Just do your job and allow the offense to come back in this game. And we did that. We proved we can make these kind of plays. No more excuses. Let's go win some games.